Друзья, мы вернулись в эфир.
С вами Захар Бочаров, Павел Пиаваров и представитель Monolith Productions Энди Salisbury, комьюнити менеджер игры Shadow of War, которую, возможно, многие из вас ждут.
Я уверен, что многие из вас ждут Shadow of War. У нас сегодня, соответственно, какая будет схема. Паша будет задавать вопросы, Энди будет отвечать, я буду где-то в роли переводчика с того языка и обратно. So I just made a quick introduction about the scheme of our interview, about your position and so on. If you want, you can introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yeah, gladly. Hey everyone, I'm Andy from Monolith. I am the community manager, and I actually did some writing as well on Shadow of War. And I'm really excited to be here at ИгроМир to be able to actually bring the game out to everyone. And after working on it in quiet so long up in Kirkland, Washington, just to let people go hands-on. So it's been great. Thank you guys for having me.
Энди очень рад тому, что он на ИгроМире, что он в Москве, что наконец-то после долгих лет разработки Shadow of War представлен в играбельном виде российской аудитории. Вы все можете поиграть, попробовать игру. То есть он очень рад быть с нами здесь, как и многие люди за нашей стеклянной будкой. Здорово. Начнем, наверное.
Первый вопрос: за сколько часов проходит Shadow of War? Насколько она больше предыдущей игры?
How much will it take to complete Shadow of War, and how much is it bigger compared to, Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah, the thing is, from the very beginning when we started working on Shadow of War, we just wanted to make everything much bigger, much more epic in every single way we could, and that honestly touched every single part of the game. The combat system has been greatly improved, the movement system, the nemesis system obviously has been a big point of emphasis, and I could go on a lot about that, so feel free to stop me at any point, but we wanted to expand on not only the individual rivalries you had with your enemies, but also kind of building upon the followers that you had, having those interactions actually really mean something more. They're going to remember all the time that they've spent with you out in the field. And then that too kind of culminates in these big, huge fortress assaults, which have these big, huge lasting impacts on the entire region, which again are entirely procedurally generated by the nemesis system, which is great. We also expanded upon the story tremendously. This time we have a huge epic story that really pays off the promise of a tale told in Tolkien's universe.
We will have a question about this a little bit later.
I'll hold off on that.
The story. So we will hold on for now, but you can add after I'll make the translation.
Of course, yeah, and then also the world also is a big one.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Did I understand you right that the fortresses are procedurally generated?
Yeah, so depending on the overlord of the tribe that the overlord belongs to, rather, it's going to change the function of the fortress entirely. The visuals of it, the missions in the region, the ambient life in the region. So if you have a member of the feral tribe in there's going to be more beast hunts, and there's going to be more beast activity in general. There's going to be drakes flying through the sky. If the machine tribe is in charge, then there's going to be these big, huge smokestacks popping up across the region as the fires of industry are kicking off and everything. So it has huge impacts throughout the entire region.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me make the translation on this whole part.
Yeah, thank you.
На самом деле, Shadow of War, она значительно больше во всех аспектах, которых только можно, чем Shadow of Mordor. Там больше истории, больше свободы передвижения, намного круче системы Немезис. Энди рассказал очень много про систему Немезис. Он сказал, что на самом деле она значительно растет вместе с вами. То есть у вас есть какие-то отношения с вашими подопечными, которые развиваются, и все это достигает своей дикой кульминации в захвате крепостей, которые оказываются процедурно генерируемы в зависимости от того, какой генерал стоит во главе. То есть если это любитель, условно говоря, натравить на вас животных, там будет очень много животных. Если это что-то связанное с огнем, там будет куча огня. И вот это вот все, оно вместе связано друг с другом, и процедурно генерируется прямо на лету в зависимости от вашей истории, а история тоже будет намного крупнее и, наконец-то, будет ощущаться как отдельная глава в мире Средиземья, в мире Толкиена и так далее. Okay, so I guess that's... And in terms of, playing hours, so the main quest probably, and the whole game, or the whole content you can see, so how much will it take to complete?
It's tough because with something like the Nemesis system, like even now up to this point, or right down to the very end, there's so much game that we're making that we've really been tuning every last little bit of it. So it's tough to come up with kind of a specific number, but I will say kind of conservatively, I remember when I was first playing through Shadow of Mordor, when we were making it back in 2014, compared to my first playthroughs of Shadow of Mordor, it's taking me 3 to 4 times as long to get through Shadow of War. So it's much bigger in every way.
На самом деле сильно крупнее Shadow of War. В сравнении с Shadow of Mordor прохождение Энди первое заняло в 3-4 раза дольше. Это все зависит от Немезиса, все зависит от дополнительных заданий. В 3-4 раза больше, чем Shadow of Mordor. And Shadow of Mordor, it took me like, 30 hours, I guess, to take a platinum trophy.
Right.
So probably 100 hours in Shadow of War to take the platinum trophy. this autumn when we have Assassin's Creed, when we have Super Mario Galaxy, when we have Wolfenstein 2, and so on. Thank you very much, Andy, for this, for our nights without sleep, completing Shadow of War, because it's so epic you can skip it actually. So it's like coming and you can skip it. If you play games, you will play Shadow of War.
You know, and all of us at the studio have had a lot of sleepless nights making the game, so to give other people sleepless nights means so much to us.
That's part of the experience.
Precisely, yeah.
You can buy cases and sleep in more.
We will move to it later.
Yeah.
Cases with hours of sleep, actually, for you. На самом деле, я шучу по поводу того, что команда Инди сделала игру, которая проходит 100 часов той осенью, когда выходит Assassin's Creed, когда выходит Wolfenstein 2, когда выходит новый Марио. Энди говорит, что сама команда разработчиков тоже порой не спала для того, чтобы этот опыт преподнести нам. Поэтому теперь наша очередь не спать.
Как толкинисты реагируют на ваши игры? Много ли вы получали гневных комментариев от них?
That's an interesting question, actually. There is a lot of fans of Tolkien books and films based on, you know, Lord of the Rings and Hobbit.
Of course.
And these people, they are really, you know, excited about what they love, and they want to see everything, you know, to be canon.
Of course.
And probably you have received a lot of emails, a lot of feedback from them.
Yep.
So is it hard to handle, and how do you handle it?
You know, truth be told, we think they should be defensive, kind of, or like very excited about what they love so much, because the honest truth is, we are too. Like, everyone at the studio is a really big fan of the professor and all of his works and everything, and honestly, all of his books are basically required reading, more or less, at Monolith. And so a big part of, actually, as we were going through that, as we were doing all of our research, is as we were reading through the appendices of the books, we also read his letters to his editor, as well as a big part of that. And we found this one section where he wrote to him, you know, I wrote many segments in great, tremendous detail, but other parts as just small little areas for other creators to come and pick up. And so that for us felt obviously like a cool opportunity, but as Tolkien fans ourselves, it's a responsibility as well. You know, it's such a well-beloved universe. It's something that we have such treasured memories about, whether it's Peter Jackson's films, whether it's the first time you read The Hobbit and it was assigned to you in middle school or high school. You know, those are such important moments to us. And so we actually even have a Tolkien scholar on staff. Her name is Janet Croft, and she vets every single thing we do. So, you know, our goal is to absolutely make the best game in Middle-earth that we possibly can, and so we want to make sure we go to every length possible.
Good. На самом деле, все, кто работают в студии Monolith, это толкинисты сами, они обязательно читали «Властелин колец», они обязательно читали, господи, простите, ради бога, обязательно читали «Хоббита». На самом деле, скрупулезность работы зашла так глубоко, что читали даже письма, которые Толкин отправлял своему редактору, в которых рассказано очень много не попавших в книгу деталей, и в том числе какие-то отдельно описанные территории, отдельно описанные персонажи внутри этих правок. То есть вы понимаете, углубление очень, степень погружения очень глубокая, и внутри компании Monolith даже есть собственный толкинист, который проглядывает всю вот эту вот как бы проделанную работу на предмет соответствия канону, на предмет соответствия тому, что писал Толкин. И это очень большой пласт работы, поэтому, вероятно, Shadow of War будет одной из самых подробных, дотошных и крутых игр, созданных во вселенной Средиземья. Окей, thank you.
Warner Brothers предоставила игре самый большой рекламный бюджет за все время. Почему?
There is info on the internet that the marketing budget of Shadow of War is the biggest one among all the games Warner Brothers ever released, even bigger than Batman Arkham Knight. So probably the credit given to the game is huge. Why do you think so? Why?
You know, I think honestly it's tough because, admittedly, being the community guy, budgets isn't something that I'm really too privy to.
Maybe to your opinion.
But like honestly, my guess is that, you know, thankfully when we launched Shadow of Mordor, it kind of caught all of us off guard. You know, it got a lot of critical acclaim that we were just. I remember the night it released, all of us in the studio sitting around on our emails, sending off snippets from different reviews the second they were hitting.
Yeah.
And there was so much excitement in the studio and just at Warner Brothers in general. And so I think to kind of be able to build on something like that is a really special opportunity. You know, having something like the Nemesis system that we loved building so much, that has been such a cool element of our game that we've been so excited to kind of build upon. I think that it's been a great opportunity to kind of take something so beloved like the Tolkien universe and really bring it to a whole new generation of players and people. You know, it's on a medium that game, or pardon me, that universe isn't normally explored on. But also too, to be in a position where even us at the studio, you know, I think it's great to have a publisher that really has our back like this. You know, they see what we're doing and they really believe in it, and it's been so important to have their support.
Thank you. На самом деле, дело в том, что, во-первых, Shadow of Mordor была очень тепло принята критиками, очень тепло была принята игроками. Энди помнит свою ночь в день, когда выходила игра, он отправлял имейлы, он читал, и вообще вся студия сидела в офисе, они читали ранние оценки, ранние интервью, ранние ревью и так далее в попытке понять, понравилась ли людям игра. То есть это большое наследие игровое, уже надстраивать над Shadow of Mordor, и в то же время это наследие Толкина, над которым тоже надо что-то, который тоже можно расширить до новых горизонтов. И в этом смысле очень здорово, что Warner Bros. Понимает, насколько важна эта вселенная для фанатов, для разработчиков и так далее, и позволяет с бюджетами делать такие вот крутые вещи.
Вот, кейсы. Почему вы решили добавить их в игру? Насколько сильно они влияют на баланс? И согласны ли вы, что с преподнесением информации потенциальным покупателям была допущена ошибка?
So there will be cases in the game. And a lot of people are speaking online about it. So actually what everyone wants to know is that they won't hurt the balance of the game much. How exactly do they work?
Right.
And probably don't you think there was some kind of marketing mistake in terms of how you presented this feature to the players? Because you know there is a huge fuss about it, but actually no one knows exactly how it will work.
Right.
So probably if you can elaborate on that point.
Yeah, gladly. So with the loot boxes, as our team was designing the game, like as our team of designers went to work, in no way, shape, or form were they considering the loot boxes. The game they balanced, the game they developed, the game they designed is entirely meant to just be played just as is. The loot boxes are completely optional.
Can I translate it now? Because you know I don't want to miss a word because it's a very important question. Команда, которая создавала Shadow of War на всех этапах, она не рассчитывала на лут-кейсы в игре. То есть вся балансировка, все создание, весь процесс разработки шел без учета лутбоксов, и лутбоксы были добавлены впоследствии. Поэтому баланс игры выстроен без использования лутбоксов.
Yeah, like it's an entirely optional part of the game, and it's really just for people that happen to want to maybe dig a little bit deeper into the Nemesis system at that time. And you know, truth be told, it's a big deal in our community as well. You know, and our goal is always to be as upfront and transparent as we can. We have a stream that we run every single week that we possibly can at twitch.tv/Monolith Live. Jared Robigo, our guy who goes out there hosts it, he's a part of the community team alongside me. We're out there basically working within the studio as hard as we can to make sure we're able to present as much information as possible. So actually, for folks that are interested, we put together a stream where actually he sat down with the head developer of Shadow of War, Michael DePlotter, and walked through every single step of it. So it's something that we actually have been try to be as upfront and transparent about as well.
И на самом деле с кейсами это тот случай, когда студия хочет, чтобы максимально прозрачна была картина, чтобы вы абсолютно видели все, что происходит. Поэтому команда, которая занимается комьюнити-менеджментом, в которую входит Энди, она, соответственно, сделала стрим для англоязычного комьюнити, в котором они сели вместе с директором разработки и вместе проработали вот какие-то аспекты, на каждом этапе прошли вот эту вот систему лутбоксов, на каждом этапе ее показали, и действительно вы могли бы сделать вывод о том, что она не влияет на геймплей, и она действительно абсолютно опциональна. So, is it optional for players who don't want to invest too much time in Shadow of War?
Sure, you know, honestly, it just depends on how much at any given time you want to dig into the Nemesis system, really. It just basically gives you a bunch of orcs to sort of play with and do whatever you want with at any given time. And so that option, too, totally exists within the world. You know,
so,
sorry.
Only orcs in the loot boxes?
Orcs and O-logs. Correct,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you get those. There'll be different rarities because as you're playing through the world, you'll also face orcs that are maybe epic or legendary quality that are going to drop epic or legendary gear as well. And so there will be some different versions of all of those. But it's really just at any given time, if you want to just go ahead and dig in really deep and check out what it's got to offer really quick, it's a great option to doing that. Otherwise, you can just assault a fortress and start conquering the other person's army, which is honestly my preferred route, is when I'm going and conquering a fortress and they've got all their war chiefs and all their bodyguards and stuff. I just dominate those guys instead and take them myself.
And what about skins, maybe in-game currency and so on? Are they in the loot boxes as well or not?
I'll have to double check. I don't believe so, but I'll have to double check. And at least in terms of like skins, we have a loot system. And so the way that actually works is as you're fighting your way through the game, as enemy captains die, enemy war chiefs die, or even your own, which can make the experience of having one of your best buddies in combat die kind of bittersweet, because he died, but he left you a legendary sword, so you can't be all mad about it.
That sounds like epic Middle-earth style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's great because then as you work your way through that system, as you get more loot and gear, it's going to change your appearance completely. You know, you can really customize Talion to be exactly what you want him to look like. He can wear the Feral Tribe's legendary gear set. He can wear his old school Gondorian Ranger armor. You know, there's a lot of options for you guys to really customize your character.
Окей. На самом деле в лутбоксах будут лежать в основном орки и варлоки, насколько я понял. То есть, иными словами, ничего такого особенного, что даст вам имбовое преимущество, там не будет. Помимо этого, я уточнил этот вопрос. То есть это желание погрузиться в систему Немезис. Если ваше желание покопаться там сильно, то вы можете сразу получить какое-то количество орков, вместе с ними поиграть, посмотреть, какое там оружие будет падать с врагов, с которыми они сражаются, посмотреть, как они повлияют на систему Немезис, как будет продвигаться прогрессирование по карьерной лестнице и так далее. Что касается внешнего вида и что касается внутриигровой валюты, Энди говорит, что ему надо проверить еще раз эту информацию, но сам Талион будет изменяться внешне в зависимости от его игрового пути, потому что на самом деле экипировка легендарная, эпичная и так далее, она падает с врагов, и даже с ваших союзников, которые умрут в битве за вас, она тоже будет падать. Соответственно, когда вы одеваете, это как и память о вашем добром друге, или память о вашем помощнике, или память о вашем сильном враге. Соответственно, внешний вид Талиона рассказывает о пути, который он прошел. Поэтому, я так понял, вряд ли в лутбоксах будет падать какой-то эквип. Окей, thank you.
Вот. Следующий вопрос про DLC с умершим разработчиком. Коротко напомню, что оно сначала должно было быть платным, и деньги в США должны были пойти семье погибшего, но потом его сделали бесплатным. И ударило ли в итоге это решение для успокоения игроков по семье погибшего?
So actually, it's about the controversial question of this DLC about one of the developers who passed out.
Right.
At the first stage, when the DLC was introduced to the players, there was a remark in the trailer that that the money from the DLC will come to the family of the developer who passed out.
Right.
But later, people tried to search more info, and they actually find out that probably only DLC that sold in the United States, only that royalty will go to the family. It was like a fuss in the internet, and then Warner Brothers made a statement that actually all the sold DLCs, all the money from them will go to the family of the developer who passed out.
Right.
But now it will be free.
Right.
So no money will go from the sold DLCs to the family of this developer, because you wanted to actually to calm down the players. So overall, the question is about how did you solve this situation, because there was some kind of misunderstanding as well, and probably how did you handle it?
Yeah, I think honestly that's the best way to put it. Is really more than anything just a misunderstanding. Is our goal at no point was in any way for the company to profit off of this at all. You know, Forgy was such a dear friend, and he did so much for the studio. He was totally at the heart and soul at Shadow of Mordor. Like that game as it exists today, the game that came out would not exist if Michael Forgy hadn't been a part of that project and the Forgy family hadn't given so much.
Вопрос сразу, I will translate it right now. Вопрос, это полное недопонимание, которое случилось, и по-другому сформулировать нельзя, потому что умерший разработчик, он был, я, к сожалению, не запомнил его имя, простите, но вы, наверное, можете легко найти эту информацию онлайн. Он был душой Shadow of Mordor, он был важной частью разработки Shadow of War, поэтому ни у кого никогда не было желания нажиться на его смерти.
Yeah, and so, you know, really to that end, now the big goal for us was also to just immortalize someone we loved so much in the game that he, again, was such a key component of creating. You know, he, again, being the executive producer, he was the kind of guy that no matter how busy he was, you could drop by his office and he would give you as much time as you would possibly need, no matter what role you played in the company. And so, at this point, I know there's a big statement that explains this a lot better detail than I can possibly, because as the community guy, unfortunately, I'm pretty far removed from the business decisions, but we're still going to make a donation to the Forgy family, and we've also, too, been trying to make sure that people are aware that we actually are trying to promote. There's a You Caring page, which is a website that helps kind of donate to people that actually are going through illnesses or just need some help from time to time. And so the Forgy family actually has one up and running that we would love, if anyone else wants to, they can absolutely go out and donate to. But in the meantime, we've made the DLC free and refunded everything just to make sure we can do the right thing for the Forgy family.
Okay. И на самом деле, да, DLC будет распространяться бесплатно для того, чтобы игроки могли оценить персонажа в игре, для того, чтобы они могли понять, насколько он был важен. Это был очень яркий человек, очень отзывчивый, очень погруженный в свою работу. Вне зависимости от того, какая у вас была должность, вы могли прийти к нему в любое время, задать какие-то вопросы, он уделял вам столько внимания, сколько требовалось, несмотря на то, что он был исполнительным продюсером, то есть человеком, который делал для игры очень много и, по сути, формировал ее внешний вид. И DLC будет бесплатное, но семье этого разработчика можно будет занести деньги онлайн, появится она на некоторых сайтах с благотворительностью или какие-то другие способы будут озвучены, по которым вы сможете финансово поддержать родственников этого погибшего разработчика. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Если бы у вас было кольцо всевластия, что бы вы делали?
If you had a ring of power, what will you do?
You know, it's tough because
So it's up, it's on your finger.
yeah, I don't. the thing is, I would hope first of all that as a member of the race of man, that I could basically try and you know, not be taken under its influence, essentially because the Ring of Power is all about dominating minds, you know, and so really it would be, I think, a question for whoever gave it to me, whether that was one of you guys and what you would want me to do more than anything. That's what the Ring of Power is.
Очень интересный ответ. Это на самом деле не вопрос про то, что я буду делать, потому что когда ты надеваешь кольцо всевластия, ты попадаешь под его контроль. То есть, если, условно говоря, это вы, парни, отдаете мне кольцо всевластия, он имеет в виду нас с Пашей, то значит, вы от меня что-то хотите, и это я должен спросить, что это вы хотите сделать, а на самом деле, скорее всего, я бы сам хотел бы от него избавиться.
But I will say they're good for building armies, so if that's the thing.
Но с ним легко создавать армии, поэтому может быть что-то в этом ключе. Okay, thank you very much for this answer.
Платиновый трофей в первой игре позволял просто так пройти по Мордору. Что будет во второй части?
The Platinum Trophy of Shadow of Mordor gives you the permission to simply cross the Mordor. So no one can simply cross the Mordor, and you can with this Platinum Trophy.
You know,
so it's in the description of the trophy. You can simply go and walk into Mordor. So the Platinum Trophy in the second one is Shadow of War. What will it do?
That's interesting, actually, because if I remember correctly, I think for the first one it says one has walked into Mordor. So it's just saying that you have taken that first step into the frontier. The second one, I believe, will basically... I'm actually not sure what the wording is. That's weird, because I did a lot of writing on Shadow of Mordor, which was fun, including getting to write the trophies.
Okay.
I know that the team, actually, a lot of the designers have helped build the new set of trophies, and I actually don't know what they have in store on that front. That's a really good question. I got to check into that. I got to know what I'm in for.
Формулировка трофея в первой части на самом деле была более мягкая в том ключе, что вы сделали первые шаги по Мордору. Что касается второй части, то Энди писал описание к трофеям, и он точно не помнит на самом деле, что было в описании платинового трофея, но теперь он проверит это. Так что описание платинового трофея — работа ДТФ. Вот так вот.
Портируете ли вы игру на Switch? Вопрос от Закара, я так понимаю,
You understood this question, I guess, without the translation, but I'm gonna ask this question to every developer who comes in this booth. Are you gonna port this game on Switch?
Yeah, honestly, we're so focused right now on making the biggest game we ever have, and so right now we're really laser focused on getting it out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. But if we ever want to ship it on other platforms, you know, in the past with Shadow of Mordor, as time went on, we were able to put it on other platforms as well. If we're able to accomplish the same goal this time around, we're going to make sure to announce it right away, because we would love to, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Сейчас команда, естественно, сосредоточена на том, чтобы создать наилучшую версию для Xbox One, PlayStation 4 и ПК, то есть для приоритетных платформ. Но, конечно, в будущем, если будет возможность, то как в случае с Shadow of Mordor, который портировали на другие приставки, Shadow of War тоже будет портировано на доступные платформы, включая, наверное, Nintendo Switch. I guess actually that's it. We had a certain amount of questions. We have one question from our viewers.
Please, yeah.
What is printed on your T-shirt?
This is actually a shirt that our community
Platinum
made.
Trophy.
It says, yeah, keep calm and forfeit your mind.
Keep calm and forfeit your mind.
Good.
One that our fans made, yeah.
Как это? Успокойся и освободи свое сознание, и при этом портрет Талиона. Не Талиона, а как его? Келебримбора. So it's a Celebrimbor portrait here.
Yeah.
So he's like gonna. Okay.
There's actually, it's cool because there's a big, like, there's this weird contingent of folks that have started making just Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War shirts, and they're awesome. Like, if anyone ever goes and finds them online, they're so good. Like, totally recommend checking them out.
Good. Фанаты, на самом деле, комьюнити начали делать футболки по Shadow of Mordor и Shadow of War, и они опубликовали их онлайн. То есть они доступны онлайн, поэтому очень клево. Это как раз футболочка, условно говоря, от комьюнити. Thank you very much, Andy. It was a really cool interview. We are all waiting for Shadow of War. На самом деле в Shadow of War вы можете поиграть на нашем стенде, по-моему, даже на Xbox One X, если я не ошибаюсь.
Я видел ПК-версию, кстати.
Есть ПК-версия, по-моему, на Xbox One X она тоже доступна. Можете зайти посмотреть. Это все очень клево. Игра выходит 10 октября, уже совсем скоро. We are really looking forward to it. So we will definitely play your game. We are waiting for it eagerly. Thank you very much for having time to speak with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. This has been wonderful.
Thank you very much. И мы на самом деле сейчас с вами прощаемся на некоторое время, ставим заглушечку, или у нас будет стрим. Но в любом случае программа продолжается, поэтому вы никуда не уходите. Скоро мы вернемся.
Да.
Спасибо.
Через...
Стрим, наверное, будет, да,
Да,
Дениса.
Дениса, We Love Games.
Спасибо большое,
Скоро
никуда не
здесь.
уходите. Пока.
Пока.